Welcome back to Andersen Acres. Today we're diving, well, more like dabbling, into the fascinating world of ducks. Specifically, we're going to talk about their webbed feet and their funny-looking bills, and how these rather unique traits are perfectly suited for their life in and on the water. Yes, lots of ducks. Quack, quack. So, whether you're raising ducks on your hobby farm or just love learning about them, this might be the video for you. So let's start with those big webbed feet. Look at how they flop down there, Dolly. Good girl. So if you've ever noticed a duck walk, you've probably noticed how they waddle. That's because their legs are set further back on their body than many of the land birds that you'll see. This unique placement is kind of a trade-off. It's not the best for walking, that's why they waddle, but it's great for swimming. Large webbed feet act like paddles, helping ducks glide easily across the surface of ponds, lakes, marshes, all that good stuff. They push against the water with each stroke, propelling the duck forward with a great deal of efficiency. That same design also helps keep them from sinking, which would be bad. They could sink into soft or muddy terrain, right? Not just sink in the pond, but they could sink down into the muddy terrain that they tend to walk on. Let's go see if we can follow them, because they're moving. I'm going in here to follow the ducks. There we go. Now remember, not all ducks are the same. Take mallards, for example. Mallards, they're built for quick trade-offs. Their legs are positioned closer to the middle of the body, giving a good balance between walking and launching into flight. Contrast that with a diving duck, okay? Like these guys, their legs are further back, more towards the tail. These guys are kind of clumsy on land, and these guys are. They're a little bit clumsy on land. And they need a running start to get airborne, but they're really good swimmers. Okay, so it's a trade-off. Do you want to swim well? Do you want to fly well? Or do you want to be in the middle? That brings us to dabbling ducks versus diving ducks. If you've raised ducks on your homestead, chances are you've had dabblers. Pekins, Khaki Campbells, Mallard types. Dabblers are sometimes called puddle ducks. And they feed mostly at the surface or by tipping forward with their tails in the air. They rarely dive, okay? They're puddle ducks. Dabbling ducks use their feet and their bills together to forage. Their webbed feet help them bob and maneuver through shallow waters, and their bills are specialized tools for finding food. Right, honey? Yeah. Yeah, that bill's a specialized tool, isn't it? Yeah. So now let's talk about that funny-looking bill, since that's what we're talking about, and the differences among different types of ducks. So mallards, for instance, have yellow bills if they're male and orange-black ones if they're female. It's not just for show, though. Their beaks, their bills, are more than just for show. Okay, let's go over here with these two. More than just for show. It's a highly evolved foraging tool. Ducks have these comb-like plates that line their upper and lower bills. So if I were to grab one of them and open up the mouth, you would see these kind of weird comb-like plates. This helps them filter out food from water and mud. Okay? You'll often see ducks sifting through the murky puddles, right? They'll sit there and they'll kind of go through those puddles. And they'll tip their tail up to find bugs, seeds, aquatic plants, mosquitoes, and larvae. If you raise ducks on pasture, you've probably seen them kind of tug at the grass and gobble up slugs and stuff, or frogs. In my case, my guys like frogs. It's their favorite thing. They love frogs. Right, ladies? You love frogs. And all of this helps pest control, but it's not for pest control. That's not why they do it. They do it because it benefits them. It just happens to be that them eating that way and gobbling up the slugs helps us as well. Okay? So that brings us to how exactly does this help you on your hobby farm? Well, if you want to encourage natural foraging, give your ducks access to shallow water areas or kiddie pools with mud and aquatic plants. That'll get them started on foraging. Let them free range in areas with grass and garden pests. Those bills are nature's weeders and bug hunters. They're good at it. Keep in mind that the webbed feet mean that slippery surfaces can actually be dangerous. Okay? Let's go see if we can find Dolly. They're going on a walk. But slippery surfaces can be dangerous because they don't have a lot of traction. So if you do have ramps, so we have a ramp like this, they need to be they can't be steep, okay? They have to be fairly shallow. They have to allow for you to walk up them easily, and they can't be a super slippery surface. So if this was real slick, we'd have to coat it with like tracking paper or something, because they can really, really slip and get hurt. So provide traction in duck coops and runs to avoid injuries. Okay? That's important. I swear to God, Dolly came in here. She not here? All right. She not here. We'll go look for her. But finally, don't be alarmed by all the nonsense mud. Okay? When you have ducks, they are going to use their feet and their bills to make one heck of a mess. And, oh, she's over here. There she is. But they're going to make one heck of a mess. Don't be alarmed, okay? Mud is just a part of owning ducks, okay? Mud's just part of it. Mud is ducks. You can't get away from having the mud if you have the ducks. Dabbling is messy business, okay? Like what she's doing right now. It's messy, but it's exactly what ducks are built to do. They will make a mess. They will get water everywhere. They will swim in your ponds even if you don't want them to. They will tip their tails up and gobble up whatever they find down there. It's a messy business, okay? It's just the duck thing. So make sure you're ready for that before getting into ducks. Know that their bills and their feet are highly evolved tools to help them do their job, which is find food and keep themselves healthy. And you benefit from it because they're going to eat up those pests that are so good for them nutritionally and so bad for your garden. So absolutely know that they will make a mess. But if you're willing to tolerate the mess, they are really awesome to have on your hobby farm. They're fantastic birds. We wouldn't trade them for the world. That's about it for us here today at Andersen Acres. Drop a comment below if you've noticed your ducks using their bills in interesting ways, or if you have a favorite breed of duck. For us, it's the Cayuga. And apparently these guys who are not ducks. We like the Cayuga. Everyone has their own favorite. I love hearing about your feathered friends and your homesteading adventures. I hope this video was a little bit helpful. We'll see you tomorrow.